Welcome to this year's Shawnee State University President's Gala. It's been quite a year at Shawnee State, as it has been for each of you. While it's been challenging, it hasn't stopped us, and it certainly hasn't kept us from moving forward and doing incredible things with your support. Our game design programs were ranked in the top 10 in the nation by the Princeton Review. This is our 11th straight year on this prestigious list. Many of our other programs have gained national attention too. Shawnee State has been ranked among the best colleges in the nation for occupational therapy, plastics, engineering, nursing, healthcare administration, and our master's degree in mathematics. We are ranked by U.S. News and World Report for the second year as being one of the best universities in the Midwest. We were also recognized as being a top performer on advancing social mobility. That means we are graduating a large proportion of students from low-income households. Shawnee State is changing lives, and so are you. We're looking forward to finding a path towards normal in the coming year, and we have some exciting projects starting, but for now, I want to share with you some of the ways our students have thrived throughout this year.
Well, thank you, everyone. I'm very pleased to be here at Shawnee State University, completing my first year. Very excited to look at the new possibilities and plans for growth that we have for the university. I think the university has a very promising future. And as provost and as leader of academic and student affairs, I am very much looking forward to contributing to that. We are nearing conclusion of the launch of our new strategic plan, which will take effect this summer, and that includes a very strong foundation for academic affairs, for programs, for student affairs in terms of enrollment and retention, and I'm looking forward for that strong role that academic and student affairs will play in the future of Shawnee State University. I am also very pleased to be working with President Bauer and the rest of the Shawnee community to contribute toward that growth, and I'm looking forward to engaging with all of you in that as well. Thank you again, and I'm very glad to be part of this conversation.
Welcome, Shawnee State Bears. 2021 has been a challenging year for all of athletics. Our Shawnee State Bears have really excelled both in the classroom and in the field of competition. Our men's basketball team captured the NAI National Championship with All-Americans E.J. Onu and James Jones, along with Coach of the Year Delano Thomas. The success of these Bears was remarkable given the challenging circumstances that they had to go through to win the Mid-South Conference regular season and the Mid-South Conference Tournament Championships. Congratulations to those Bears as we look forward to hanging the red banner in Waller Gymnasium. Throughout the difficult times of this pandemic, all of our athletes really excelled both in the classroom and in the field of competition. We had a record number of Mid-South Conference Player of the Week, and we have a record number of NAI All-Americans, including our first ever women's bowler and women's swimmer. Congratulations to all of our athletes for their success. This is a very exciting time for athletics at Shawnee State University. Our women's basketball team continued the success that Coach Robin Hagen-Smith and Jeff Nickel have done in previous seasons, and look forward to an even more successful season next year. Eric Putnam, Coach Anne Marie Allen continued to raise the standard of excellence in our running programs. They had successful seasons in the Mid-South and competed nationally at the NAI tournament this spring. It was a real challenge when you had all of our teams competing in the spring. I want to give a big thank you to all of our support staff for the wonderful work that they were able to accomplish and highlight all the success of our student athletes. I'm so looking forward to 21-22 because of the foundation they built this year throughout the pandemic. Next year is going to be an exciting time as we continue to trend upwards with all of our athletes. Go Bears!
Hey everyone, my name is Marcy Sims. I'm the Dean of Students at Shawnee State University. Thanks so much for joining us and showing your continuing support. We know that the past year has been difficult for everyone, but what we learned in student affairs is it gave us an opportunity to start thinking differently. We started thinking outside of the box. In student affairs, we're known as extroverts. We're known as the people who love to give those hugs and bear hugs and things like that, or fist bumps. So we started thinking of ways that we would still be able to connect with the students. We started that last spring with our student life page, and what we discovered is we not only connected with our students, we started connecting with our alums, former employees, faculty, and staff, and it became a part of the Shawnee family. Last summer, we hosted bingo for the summer, and it was such a huge hit, and we got to see people on that feed that we haven't seen for several years. In the fall, we continued with that virtual programming, and we also hosted an event called Bear Fest, where students were able to come outside and socially distance and really just get out of their rooms and see some other students. That virtual programming has also continued with our cooking show, our Shawnee Mass Singer, and also our virtual evening at honors. So hopefully you guys have been able to catch some of those things throughout the year. But we know that some of those events actually will continue. So it's allowed us to think outside that box, be creative with our programming. What it's also allowed us to do is encourage our student leaders to continue to host those events and through a virtual way. So we have continued to reach our goals of encouraging students to build on those. So we thank you for your time, your commitment. We thank you for all of our likes, our shares, and the nice posts and comments that many of the people in the community have reached out and gave us through this difficult time. For next year, we will continue to do all of the things that we do in student affairs and see students build on those leadership skills and also graduate. So thank you for your time, thank you for your commitment to our students, and go Bears.
For the President's Gala, I wanted to introduce you to a few of the exciting projects that we'd like to pursue in the very near future at Shawnee State. First one I wanted to talk to you about is right here at this point, Gay Street, 3rd Street, Vern Rife Center for the Fine and Performing Arts. We would like to make this the gateway to the university. You might ask, why do we need a gateway? Well, we don't have much of an entrance right now to the university. For those of you who have been here many times, you probably come under the bridge or you come down Waller and enter the campus via those two entries. We'd like to make something much more special for Shawnee State. So at this site right here, we would like to create a gateway project that provides an easy access to the university, but also an impressive connection between the university and the community. Now imagine, if you will, 3rd Street entering in. We'll be able to enter right down 3rd Street and go down in this direction. We would also have traffic that could move out and onto Gay Street. But right here, a very impressive archway feature that tells everybody that you're at Shawnee State University. Something that you find at other institutions, something that has been lacking here. This is going to be a great project, and it's going to set off the institution not only to the community, but to the country and to the world. As a continuation of the 3rd Street project, the Gateway project at Shawnee State University, I'm standing at another critical site. I'm right in the middle of 3rd Street. What we're going to do here, we're going to have a bike path, a multi-purpose trail that will go through this side, and then we're going to set off this area here as really the main entry into the college. So you'll see the University Center in the background. We'll have calming on 3rd Street, so the traffic that will be coming through will be moving at a slow pace so we don't cause any major safety issues. But I think this project will be one that will be important for the institution long term in establishing that main gateway to the university, as well as setting off the main entry into the parking lots here at the institution. Another important project that we're taking on, actually beginning this summer, is we're doing a complete resurfacing of all the parking lots at Shawnee State. Imagine We have one of the most beautiful campuses this side of the Mississippi River, and yet you have this in the parking lot. We'd like to get all of this replaced, all of it looking very nice, so that we can tie into this not only the Gateway project to the north, but also the multi-purpose path that will be leading back behind the university, between the university and the levee. I'm so looking forward to getting these things replaced, getting something that looks like as beautiful as the rest of the campus does. Another exciting project that we have on the slate for Shawnee State University is the development of our own softball field for our women's softball team. I'm standing at the corner of Front Street and Glover, and what we're looking at behind me is the site of that softball field. Home plate will be right here, left field, right field, and center field. The nice thing about this site is it's on the east side of campus and close to some of our other sporting sites. For instance, the tennis courts are just a block away. Our soccer field is a couple of blocks away. So we're looking at developing the east side of campus sort of as our sports complex, with the exception of the gymnasium, which is on the west side of the campus. Look forward to a new softball field right here. We are rolling out the public phase in a major campaign to support need-based scholarships at Shawnee State University. Many of our students face financial challenges. 1/3 of our students are Pell eligible. This campaign will be a tremendous first step toward opening the doors to Shawnee State University for a number of students. Thank you so much for your attendance and support at this year's President's Gala at Shawnee State University. We're really looking forward to next April when we can meet in person. Go Bears!